Welcome to Solutions from the Yard, a candid discussion about life behind bars and its effect on society. We'll discuss reintegration or re-entry back into the community post-incarceration. Your host for this episode is Charles Hopkins.
Welcome to this edition of Solutions from the Yard. I'm Charles Hopkins.
And I'm Michael Dickinson.
And I'm Deidre Trent.
All right, how y'all brothers doing today?
Peaceful.
Yeah. How about you over there?
I'm blessed, bro.
Deidre, you stay in the trenches. You know, you go in there. I mean,
my last name, Trent.
Look, he definitely in the trenches, and we appreciate that. So today, we're going to be talking about some of the barriers that returning citizens or men and women that's formerly incarcerated are confronted with. And we want to talk about this in respect to food. And when we think about food for us coming out of the joint, right? State day, you know, we like, if we got a little hustle on, we got a store, anything, we waiting, clocking out Debbie's, oodles and noodles coming back, and we kingpin of the joint, got a lot of food. But food has always been like a big thing for people. Mm-hmm. And food has always been a big thing for mainly poor people. You know, you open your icebox up and you look in there, you don't see nothing but the empty icebox, or you see something like mayonnaise in there, and you might see some bread, you make a mayonnaise sandwich. Food has always been a big thing. Now, unbeknownst to a lot of people, or maybe a lot of people know, in 1996, when they came up with the crime bill, they had a myriad of things that was in the crime bill to more or less stagnate, lock up, isolate, and overcrowd the prison system. One of the things they came up with, crack cocaine versus powder cocaine. Mm-hmm. And crack cocaine, you had a vial of crack, you subject get 20 years. You had 4 kilos of powder cocaine, you get probation. Another thing was the weapons. They if you get caught with so many different, you get caught with a gun, but you get caught with so many different magazines, it's enhanced. Everything was designed around enhanced. And also what they came up with a measure in the crime bill that dealt with supplemental assistance, which they call SNAP, the SNAP benefits. We call them food stamps. Mm-hmm. That's what they was called back in the day. They didn't sanitize the name and call it SNAP benefits, right? And they passed, in 1996, they passed a part of the crime bill was that anyone convicted of a crime of drug possession or any form of drug possession, they could not receive the benefits of SNAP, or they could not receive the benefits of food stamps. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, upon a person being released, this might not be a big thing. I'm locked up. I got 20 years. It don't mean nothing. All right, okay, you ain't gonna let me get food stamps. What good is gonna do me in jail? But upon my release, this is a collateral aspect of my sentence. Now I can't get the benefits of getting nutritional and supplemental income in this form. More importantly, I'm not able to provide or help my family. I get SNAP benefits. Thank whoever the person is that made sure I get that, the government. You know, we jokingly call it reparations. So I get reparations in the form of SNAP benefits. My colleague, Mr. Dickinson, however, he was getting reparations, SNAP benefits. And then they took his. But they ain't take his because of, and I'll let them talk about that. But they took his. And Mr. Trent, you made us aware that, you know, you make so much money that you can't afford it. I mean, no, that you get so much that you don't get enough money. Well, something going on with you and your SNAP benefit. You ain't getting reparation.
I ain't getting no reparation.
Hey, okay. So, Mike, let's start with you. All right. First of all, when coming out of prison? All right, Dickinson food, and we recognize that food is very important, and mainly the supplemental income that's coming in the form of SNAP benefits. That's very important. How important do you think that is for a person coming out of prison? Right. That you come out of prison, you don't really have enough, but you're able to, because of your low income, you're able to get your Medicaid, so you can get your medical. You're able to get, if you able to get SSI insurance, which is a minor amount of money, and you're able to get All these things are readily accessible to you when you get out, and you're able to get SNAP benefits. But out of those three, you can't get, and that's the food. How important is food for a person, and to being in a position to be able to provide food for himself or others?
That's extremely important because as long as you're in good health, you really don't need no medical
Yeah,
attention.
exactly, right.
You know, but one thing you do need, you need help. That's the as far as eating, you need that because that's the most vital out of all of them. So you know, I believe that that's extremely important because you know when a person is hungry, you know, you'll put a person in a position to do whatever, you know, to survive because you need to eat. And I think that that's extremely important, especially when a brother or sister, they coming home from incarceration. You don't know what type of situation they in. You know, a lot of people got to depend on themselves. Family unification been torn down. Don't have no whole lot of family help. So yeah, you having a means of getting something to eat is a big what I want to say relief off your shoulders. You know that you know, because when you think about it, when you come home, housing,
Right.
something to eat, and the source of income is basically the most three important things.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Those are very vital because you need somewhere to have a roof over your head to keep the elements off you. You need to eat because your body gonna break down if you don't eat. You know what I'm saying? Then money, you need money to get all of that. So therefore, when you take away one of the main vital things that you gonna need when you come home, man, you basically put a person back in survival mode. And you know what happened when the person just coming home from prison be in survival mode.
It says that in this because they got a bill they trying to call it Restore Act, but in this what they say, and I'm gonna address this to you, Dietrich. They say access to SNAP, and that's what reparation money, critically help returning individuals avoid hunger that can increase recidivism risk and cost to taxpayers if left unaddressed. So now they saying that if you don't give me access to helping me supplement my income in the form of SNAP, that as a returning citizen, then the chances of me recidivating is greater. And not only the chance of me recidivating is greater, but also the chances of taxpayers paying more money. What's your perspective on that?
It's all true.
How so?
Meaning, if an individual that's coming home from doing any type of incarceration and have some type of food assistance supplement, it helps tremendously because 9 out of 10, he has other barriers that need to be assisted as well. So that's just one barrier that he don't have to worry, or he or she wouldn't have to worry about on turning home, which is his food. Meaning, because reacclimating yourself back into society is 3 main things they always say that you need:
Right.
a house, a job, food.
Yep.
But the first one, they always say food last. Food is the first thing you need, because without sustainability of yourself, you can't achieve none of the other 2.
Exactly.
Right. So when they systematically don't allow you to benefit from this, it puts you back it puts you up against barriers, and then you have to take away robbing Peter to pay Paul. Then it put you back in tense situations. It puts you back in them tense situations. SNAP card is they key in the house. That's they rent. And I don't mean to say it, but it is true. But the fact that I do get a SNAP card is the reason why I get to sleep in this house at night.
Yeah.
So when you take this, when you see, they only looking at it on a superficial level, meaning they only seeing the surface of me denying you these benefits. But when you deny me these benefits, you also denied me housing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a collateral aspect of it.
Man, because people, like I said, that's my key to getting the door. That's my key to getting the door. So you don't know the things when you do this to a person. I don't know why. That's one of the main things I feel, which I think need to be. Once a person gets released, he should be given all his citizens' rights back, no matter what. Once your time is up, that's it. Once you be back released from prison, all the things that you couldn't have while you was in prison should be restored back to you as a citizen. This act ain't nothing but another systematic Jim Crow law. You know, because we knew who. Look at the portion. Look at the racial proportion of people that went to jail and the ones that's gonna come home and apply for it. Look at the prison system.
Yeah.
It's all black and brown. They the ones that gonna come home and can't be denied. So where's the money going at now?
And see, then they say, okay, now they basically they saying that anyone that's convicted of a felony drug conviction, right? They can't get, they don't have the right or access to SNAP benefit. And then they got in the crime bill, it came out like they got a restoration process, but once the restoration process kick in, you make out better not getting it because now they got you like jumping to a hoop. So, but my question to you, Mike, is, you know, in terms of, and Dietrich touched on it, in terms of how did you hate the fact that you had SNAP benefits? How did it help you in any shape, form, or fact? Did it allow you your income? Did it allow you to be able to do some things with your income that you wouldn't have to be able to do if you wouldn't have had it, or if you wouldn't have had you and anybody else having access to SNAP, where you can go, you getting $300 on the card. If you don't have $300 worth to go get food, would that have impacted you in terms of your ability to utilize your income?
It had a great impact because when I was on, in society, having an apartment that was like, this back in 95, 96, having an apartment that was $800 to $1,000, you had to be a big boy.
Yeah.
You had to be making a lot of money, or you had a government job under the suit. So that was back then. But now, $800 to $1,000, that's low income.
Yeah, lower.
Yeah, so that's low income. You better have a voucher or something like that. But the point that I'm making is the cost of living went up so high that every penny counts now. Just to live somewhere where as though you're not putting yourself in one of these black barrios that you gotta step over somebody just to get to your car, or you gotta have this long talk with somebody because they sitting all on your car. You gotta have those awkward situations. I mean, in order for you to live somewhere where you don't have to go through that, you gonna have to pay at least $1,600 or better.
Mm-hmm.
You calculate $1,600 or better, then calculate I just came home from prison, no type of higher education. Where I'm gonna get the money from? So I mean, when you really put yourself in that predicament, that is very vital to have SNAP benefits. Shoot, every returning citizen should have SNAP benefits because of the fact that the cost of living is so high, and it helps when you have that part of the equation taken out. You see what I'm saying? That I don't have to worry about that. I know that I'm getting $350, $375, and I can budget that out for the month.
Right.
And that way I don't have to touch this or touch that.
Mm-hmm.
So it puts you in a great position to, put yourself in a position where as though your living situation is better. Free up a lot of money that other things you could put that money to, because food done went up so high now.
Yeah.
Because, I remember one time me and my father was talking, he was like, shoot, man, back in the day, you could take $20 and fill the shopping cart up all the way past the top of the shopping cart with $20.
Yeah.
My mother, I seen the lease on my mother and father apartment one time. The first apartment they got together, the rent was $125.
That's right.
$125.
That's right.
So this what I'm trying to say, like, man, the cost of living went up so much. Man, everybody in the United States needs SNAP benefits.
Yeah.
Whether you was incarcerated or what. Everybody needs SNAP benefits.
And Dietrich, in terms like, factor this out. We talked about like if you in a relationship, you got the SNAP card. Look, I can get the pork chops, I can get the oodles and noodles, I can get all the stuff.
Not the pork chops.
That's
yo.
what they might be. They might be. That might be. Okay, well,
All right, go
I can
ahead.
get the turkey bologna. You know what I mean? And the mayonnaise and all that. If I can stay here in this house here right now. Okay, but talk about the impact it have if a person is the father of the children, and he come out and he got this, and he getting like $300-400. Talk about the impact of him not being able to get this because of he done did the time, and now he out and he can't get the benefits of getting this supplemental income. Talk about the impact it will have on his family in terms of at least trying to provide.
It would have a tremendous impact, not only on him, but it would put a strain, which you know, on your family. If you got hungry bellies in the house, and that ain't a good. That house is unrest, right? So, but meaning, first of all, we talking about a father of 3 returning home from prison. 9 out of 10, his job pool of selection as a returning citizen, it's not as vast as it would be for someone that's not. Which is we already know that has not returned from prison.
Right.
So we talk about the living wage.
Come on.
Right? We talking about his living
Right,
wage.
that's
So
right.
now we talking about he's in a whole nother pool of class of work. Now the living wage, he gonna get a job that's either right there under the living wage or touching the living wage, but it's not enough to have sustainability to enjoy the fruits of his labor.
Right.
Right? Meaning you living paycheck to paycheck. Right? And that's a lot of people in life. There's nothing against it. They're not speaking against paycheck to paycheck because that's life for a lot of people. I'm living paycheck to paycheck because I'm waiting for it. Right?
Waiting for what? The new Jordans?
I'm waiting for my new paycheck.
Okay.
I'm waiting for everyone new paycheck. I'm waiting for it. But my meaning is that if you have this type of supplement, right, and you we know the pool of jobs he get, he's not going to be getting paid a lot of money coming out from prison, you know. So any type of benefits or supplement you can help to offset him have to take away from his 9 to 5 will be greatly appreciated, not only from him, but it's from his significant other and his family, because then we get to really enjoy his labor, meaning his fruits, because now his job can take care of things in the house. We ain't got to take $300 from, or whatever. We ain't got to take $100 from your check this month, knowing that the rent is due. So the rent is $900 something dollars. I don't get number $1,300 or $1,200 or $1,100.
Right.
Boom. But the kids go back to school and I ain't got number $200. Me getting SNAP benefits will help a lot.
Yeah.
Because it keeps money in the family. It keeps money in the family, and it keeps. I think every citizen of the United States should be getting SNAP benefit. I think it's a miscarriage of justice that you only select a certain few people that say they the ones that qualify. How? Because you have people that go to work every day, it's still hungry.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna say this again. You have people that go to work every day that work real 6-figure jobs, high-end jobs. They hungry.
Yeah, food. Look,
Because of the cost, because the life, because the like you said, cost of living.
Yeah.
They got to pay these car notes. They got to pay the mortgage. Boom. Which way you gonna do? I can eat. I can put a couple of sandwiches in the refrigerator, like you said. Nobody don't know when I close my door. They just see the big house and the cars out there.
They don't know
Hungry.
bologna sandwiches.
And this what my point is I'm trying to bring home is hungry don't have no look.
that's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
So any type of SNAP benefits to any man or woman would be greatly appreciated, let alone a person with 3 kids returning home from prison.
And that right there, I get it. I get the benefits. And when I was staying with my sister, I was getting like maybe, because once COVID hit, they jacked it, they increased it. I was getting maybe somewhere around about $240, right? And mind you, now you only getting this once a month. Everybody only getting SNAP benefits once a month,
right?
So if you got 4 kids and they giving you $1,500 for food, you got 14 and you got 4 kids. Kids eat like $1,500 up. They eat $1,500 up in like 2 weeks, right? If you let them go, kids eat.
Right.
And most parents that provide, they set up their shopping. They set up their shopping around making sure they had meals on the table.
Right.
But then you set it up around where you saying like, I'm gonna make sure they got 3 meals on the table. I'm gonna make sure they had something to eat all the time.
Right.
That's not like you saying, okay, well, this $1,500 gonna last me the whole month. This $1,500, I got to budget this money out. And so I was buying like bulk stuff, right? And it was a supplemental to her income because it wasn't a means to the end. And then when I got my own place, right? Because I had the penitentiary mentality. I'm storing up. I got like the emergency beans. I got the emergency this. I got the emergency. So I got kangaroos out the yin yang, right? And I got bread every goddamn gonna wear. So I'm so $2.90 for me. I'm like, I'm struck pay dirt. I go get me ice cream. Right, you know what I mean? Come on, let's go, Mike. Let's go get some eat. We snap it out, right? All right, that's good for me. But look at a family. They got them kids. I used to see them women in the stores with them kids. There'd be 4 kids on that cart, and the cart be like running over. They be having 2 carts, and I was saying to myself like, cause all of us getting our money around the same time, so everybody in the joint snapping it up, right? Pretty much in the safe where they like, well, I'm snapping, baby. You know, that's what I'm doing. But the reality is that now you take it away from a person because of their conviction.
Yeah.
And say that, well, you had 2 households getting $1,500. Now you got 1 household getting $1,500, and the other person can't afford to buy nothing.
Yes.
Right, Mike. How do that play into recidivism, if at all, for the person that can't eat, can't afford food, right? And like they tell me can't save money on his SSI, can't save over $1,000. You get an SSI, you better not. They're gonna take that, right? And if you working 1099 and you ain't paying no saying, they're gonna take that. So where they leave you at when it come down? And you a perfect example of this.
I mean, that's set you up for failure, period. I mean, you know, when you, like Deidre said, you forcing a person to survive. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it plays a big part in recidivism because when you're back up, you know, like they say, never chase a dog into a corner.
Yeah.
You chase a dog into a corner, man. You know, I'd witnessed that my own self. Chase a dog, man. You hit him with rocks and everything, man. That dog get that corner. Joker come out and bite the steak out you, you know what I'm saying? Because he don't have no choice. He was running for a minute.
Yeah.
But when he get in that corner, he ain't got no choice. And it's the same thing. That's human nature. Mm-hmm. If you're forced into the corner, you gonna come out swinging. So therefore, when you put in that situation, you know, your children looking at you like you worthless. You know, your woman talking trash to you. You know what I'm saying? Man, you start to feel like, man, I got to do something to gain my self-worth. You see what I'm saying? So you especially, like I said, you don't have no lucrative skills. Even if you got one of these little, you one of them guys that's stipend chasing or, you know, all these different things. When you put yourself in that situation, man, a person gonna come out swinging, you know. Yeah. And it, a lot of times it leads back to returning back to bad habits, old habits. And, you know, and that's, to me, that's what's going to make the recidivism go up, because it's just a matter of time before you get caught back up in that snare trying to survive again. And
as you take us out, talk about why, because they got the restoration. They saying restore SNAP benefits back. And they asking that to be the bill coming to effect next year. So they say 2023 and 2024 legislative session, put the SNAP benefits back, that everybody get them. All right. But why do you think that when they put that in the crime bill, right? Now, mind you, we put this in the crime bill saying you going to jail, because I stacked the deck on you for, like, you had a vial of crack, I'm giving you 20 for that. But when you come back out, why do you think they put that in the crime bill? To not let a person get food stamps. Why they put that in there? Oh, they did a whole lot of stuff, but that's like overkill. Like, and look, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you 25 for a little vial, and I'm gonna put you in Big Sandy, and oh yeah, when you get out, I'm gonna make sure you don't get nothing to eat. Why they put that in there, teacher? As you take us out.
Why they put that in there? That goes deep. It's systematically, we know why they put it in there, is to actually build barriers for individuals that's incarcerated, so when they do come back out, that you could keep the turnstile, keep turning.
Mm-hmm.
We want you back on our conveyor belt.
Yeah.
So we want to build intricacies inside of your returning to society that you don't know nothing about.
yeah.
Right? That you wouldn't unless you are aware. Right? That you know that I had caught this drug charge. I don't benefit from SNAP. Right? So you wouldn't know this until you come home. When you find this out and you got the pressure of trying to do everything right, and you get that's trauma, right? That's induced trauma that you just got turned down. And you like, why?
yeah.
And the people at the window ain't gonna tell you why. They gonna just say, no, you can't get it because you. But why they do this is because this is all a part of the system that's been laid forth to keep the prisoner a prison. Keep the prisoners in prison. Meaning you don't have to be behind no bars, bruh. You don't have to be behind no bars to feel like you incarcerated. I'm incarcerated because you gonna be incarcerated because I don't allow you to exercise your rights as a citizen. You don't get benefits because that's a misjustice to not allow someone to eat, have enough assistance to eat. But we see this every day when we look around and we see many individuals in our city begging for food, looking for food.
There you go. And we asking that, our listeners look up the Restoration Act, Restore Act, to restore the SNAP benefits for everybody. Because like Mike and Dietrich said, this is a human right, food. Feeding people is like, shouldn't be a form of punishment. Feeding people. There you have it. Solutions from the Yard. Thank you.
You've been listening to Solutions from the Yard. This podcast is presented by Voices for a Second Chance, a comprehensive reentry program that provides culturally appropriate, trauma-informed, gender-specific, and peer-based services. For more information, go to info@vscdc.org or visit our website at www.vscdc.org.
Recipients of the molestation of the SNAP benefits.